the downwind plan, remember? Certainly number 3 in the point today. In there, but here we go, Gunbo. Terrific drive out of Richland Center.
Good evening.
Ron, I think Ryan Boyson's one of my favorite highlight videos of tractor pull fails of all time. It never fails. We had Jeff Hurt on Let's Grow Pulling last night. As an announcer, Ron, you just know when certain pullers come on the track, you don't know it's going to be exciting.
Sure.
And, tech officials and announcers kind of know that. Like, you see Jeff Hurt, you get a fire extinguisher ready because and you see Ryan Boyson, you just never know what that John Deere is going to do. So
you know that he's going to need another shoulder surgery.
Yep. And Schluter's barn buddy.
Yeah.
When those ag chassis light supers, oh man, I can't wait to see Schluter take after Ulmer this summer. I think that's going to be a dogfight if they can get some weight on the front end of that thing. So
yeah, I was just you when you said announcers just know. I was going to mention before you mentioned Jeff Hurt was with the Outlaws. When Lauren Paulson came to the track, with the Deer Commander, you knew that there was a good chance there was going to be some fire. Taylor Van Beek, there's going to be fire, there's going to be smoke, or there's going to be some kind of carnage. I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, and the not all the announcers know it, but your track officials know it too, because I'm on the same channel as they are with the radios, and you'll hear them say, "Get your fire extinguishers ready," because they're literally preparing for some of these guys that are just Lauren Paulson, I named him Fireball there last year.
Well, that's a good question for everybody watching tonight. What pullers do you know that, like, there's certain, you just see all the camera phones come out, Ron, everything like that. What outlaw pullers are you like, do you most like the video? Is it, and why? You know what I mean? Is it just because I love that truck or I love that tractor, or is it because people love carnage? I hate carnage because it's expensive. You hate it, Ron, because you know how much it costs too. But also it's exciting, and people don't watch NASCAR because they want to see circles. They want to see crashes. Let's be real. I mean, unless you drink a lot of beer, then you can watch NASCAR. So
that's somewhat of a cultural shift too. I mean, where people, tell me if I'm reaching here, but I can remember back in the day in let's say the early to mid 80s when, let's say, monster trucks first started running over cars, crushing cars. You could hear a collective, when a tire would slip off the side of the car, everyone would jump to their feet and you'd hear a collective, oh, because it was like, oh, he's going to tip over.
Yep.
And now they have to jump them 75 feet in the air, turn them over, blow the motor, and
backflips, front flip,
or they get
run out of one tire. Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah. People love the fire. They like the flames and the smoke and of course the noise. But we got a lot of people tuning in from all over. I see Wisconsin. I see Kentucky. I seen France in there. Do you see that?
Yep. Jan Mavis or Mavis. I'm not sure. I think it's Mavis probably. He's been watching a lot of our shows lately. I've noticed that, so it's pretty cool.
Jan Mavet. I took a tiny bit of French in high school.
Oh, oui. Oh, that's like Monet. Remember, I won the name Monette, Missouri Monet. You remember that?
Yes, Monette, Missouri. Yes. Yep. I'm trying to think of some French. Quel temps fait-il? I just asked Jan what the weather was like.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Let's prove it. If Jan answers back in French, I'll know that you're not full of crap.
Quel temps fait-il? And my French teacher used to say "Mon Dieu" a lot. I don't know if it was aimed at me or directed at me, but I think that means "my God" or "Mon Dieu." Richland, Missouri, tuning in.
So Russ says he videos Scrappy, the whole Ulmer Mafia, whole entire Ulmer Mafia and high velocity leg. So that's what he gets his camera out for, Ron. So it's good stuff.
Russell is docile. He's a super fan. Do we have a star? We need to have stars for our super fans on here.
Yeah, we actually should pin that. I need to get that going a little bit.
A little tractor on there or something. Mm-hmm. He's in Russ. You're from Pierce, Nebraska, right?
Yep. I think Wisner's his hometown pole. That's one of his favorites. So
yeah, we'll be in Pierce this year too. So.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
We'll be in Pierce.
I didn't know that.
So he can drink as much as he wants that night in Pierce.
Right.
So tonight we're going to talk about outlaw pulling. We're going to answer questions. We don't have any guests lined up. I got guests lined up for next week. Got guests lined up for the week after. There are some things I want to talk about, though. I think we can discuss the Big Smoke shootout.
Yes.
And did that come through on the thumbnail? Did you see that? Did you see that earlier?
Did you email it to me or message it to me?
No, I actually put it in the thumbnail for the ad for the show.
Oh, okay, Ron. You can actually speak French. What's that say?
Le temps est, let's see, the weather.
Temperature is.
Yeah.
Right.
What's gris? Gris, oh, yeah, I don't know. What's O2H05? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. Are you going to Google it?
I can ask him where he lives. I'm not going to Google it, but you can.
No.
I think he's telling us it's cold or something, or maybe. I'm not sure. How about this, Jan? Où habites-tu? Où habites-tu?
This is Ron, you're showing a whole different side of you. I think the fans are, I think the Outlaw fans are going to be really impressed.
I know folks would be surprised if they really knew what Voulez-vous coucher avec moi meant in that song.
I'm guessing it's naughty. So
it's naughty. Yeah.
Naughty, naughty, naughty.
The weather is gray. Okay, I remember that word. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. Jan, what are you doing awake?
He works third shift, or he works second shift. Second shift.
He's supposed to be working. Everybody's, I'm not going to say everybody, but all the folks are protesting over in France right now. They raised the
for what?
They raised the retirement age from 62 to 64.
Oh wow!
I'm not sure if that's all of it, but yeah.
Oh, that would suck if you're like 61 and a half.
He says, "Je suis you're in Normandy." Yeah, that's. So I asked him where he lived. Où habites-tu? I was asking him where he lives. Where do you live? He lives in Normandy. That's cool. Have you ever been to the cemetery there, where all of the U.S. soldiers are buried? I would ask you that in French, but I didn't take enough to.
I'm up watching you guys.
So anyway, we
better bring a better show, Ron, if we got people from France watching.
I know. We got people watching from France and all over the country. So let's talk about a new shootout. We don't have any graphics for it yet. It just kind of hit. We've been talking about it a little bit behind the scenes. So far, Jason, are you paying attention?
I'm eating my salad, but yes. Notice your picture's bigger than me, because you know why?
I'm just giving you the business, man.
You're the host.
Yeah.
Your picture's bigger than me.
So we have the Holganix Midsummer Shootout. Encompasses 5 classes. Very cool. $5,000 up for grabs in each one of those classes. $25,000 deal. We have the Big Smoke Shootout coming early in the season. White, Texas, and Rock Valley. $5,000 up for grabs in the Diesel Superstock class. Yeah, who put that up? Did you just put that up there, Holganix? Okay.
I'm being a good co-host. I'm doing my job.
Then we have this new shootout for the Super Farm division. All right. The Kaiser Wheels Super Farm shootout at Rock Valley. Extra $2,500 up for grab. Top 5 comeback, winner takes all.
Well, I like it.
At Rock Valley, the Super Farm class.
I like it.
There is rumor. Kurt told me not to say anything yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say it because it's our buddy Adam Sandler up in Rock Valley. The company he works there in Rock Valley is probably going to put up $500 more to add to that. Is what I'm being told. Rumor has it. So then you have the Anderson Farms Limited Pro Shootout in Wayne,
Nebraska.
Yeah, yep. $3,000 up for grabs. Winner take all on that. Top 5 4-1 tractors come back at Wayne, Nebraska. The winner takes all, $3,000 there in Wayne. So, and there's some other things we're working on. That we still can't talk about yet, but yeah, top 5 per session or top 5 overall at Super Farm. Good question.
Way to go, Morgan.
Yeah.
Morgan Schulte is the rain man of pulling. So you got it.
Rock Valley.
It'll be 2
sessions. That's a good question. So put us on the spot. So Kurt's watching. Maybe he can tell us. Because Kurt's probably right now saying, "Hey, that's a good question too."
He's like, "Yeah." He's texting Coinbase, don't you think? So.
Well, you running commercials from Vistaprint? What's going on here?
No, I'm playing YouTube videos and not paying attention.
Let's see. My dad's chiming in there. Said he'll see us in Kentucky. He's going up to watch the Sullivan pull live up there. He's going to go see it in person.
So what Ron's referring to is, so everybody knows that our team, Beer Money Pulling, took over the production of Outlaw TV. Again, thank you, Ron, Kurt, for the opportunity. Dave, we're excited to do that. We have never done anything like this before. Ron's been around it a lot. Kaya's been around it a lot. She did it all last summer. But Ron's going with our team tomorrow. They're leaving to go to Texas, Columbus, Texas. And we're going to use beermoneypulling.tv for the next 2 weekends. So all the non-sanctioned events are going to be on beermoneypulling.tv, but all the outlaw events during the outlaw season are going to be on outlawpulling.tv. So we're going to try to get really good at this live streaming thing and make it the best possible. We're going to work on graphics. We're going to work on camera angles. Ron and I have a bunch of ideas for like interviews, and just, a lot of it has to come to fruition. We got to make sure we put out a good production and then really start expanding on it and really bring it to that next level, Ron. So I'm really excited. And so we're going to be at Whitey and Cole Sychek's hometown here, Thunder by the Colorado, this weekend in Texas. So Friday night, Saturday.
I was in Columbus, Ohio this morning. I'll be in Columbus, Texas in a couple days.
When you texted me this morning, we had our meeting this morning, and you're like, "Well, I'm in the Eastern time zone." I'm like, "Ron, we're going to Texas tomorrow, right?"
Well, I was an hour early for the meeting, so that doesn't normally happen.
Yes, Van Beek was very, very impressed. He actually, while you were in the airport and your AirPods were still connecting, he's like, duly noted, Ron was an hour early for the meeting. It was so funny.
Kurt Van Beek. I never liked that guy, man.
Fair enough.
Dude, I have an admirer on here. Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh.
You see that?
Don't click on it. That's one of them spammers. These spammers are getting bad. Like, they have like the first name, last name are the same. And then one of my buddies made the mistake of clicking on one of them. And he called me. He's like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Just ignore it. Start deleting, start blocking everybody." Delete.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you know a lot about social media." I'm like, "Not the stuff that you just clicked on. It's not good." It's TTTP.
Yeah, but there will be 7,400-pound mods there.
They are?
Yeah. Donald will be there. We'll pull up the flyer. Yeah, they were there when I was there before.
Yeah, give me a second. I got another video to throw up. Yes. They're running some garden tractors and mini rods from the Texas Garden Tractor Pulling Association during the day. I know that too. Let me get that flyer up. Hold on a second, Ron. This is Pawnee City. This video. This is the mods or the light mods. This is the light mods.
Did I throw that picture up last week of that new light mod? I think I did, didn't I?
You texted it to me.
The one with the 4.1 motor in it?
Yeah. Can we show that one yet or not?
Yeah.
Can we? Okay.
I think I may have showed it last week.
I had a soccer game last week, so.
Yeah, our light mod class is
it's off the chain.
Killer. I'm going to venture to say our light mod class has the most variety as far as power plants in any light mod or any mod class in the country. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Because, and that's what, European pulling, they have so many different engine combinations in the big class. That's why I love watching the Outlaw light mod class, all the different, the Allisons, the LSs, the turbines, all the different things you can do. And now we're going to have a diesel with a 4.1 motor in it. So this is the flyer for Thunder by the Colorado. This is where Ron is going with our team this weekend to help us with the live stream. Kaya's flying into Houston. So make sure you pick her up, Ron, please. One of you guys. Don't
I have to get her. Okay. All right.
Somebody has to do it. So, but yeah, here's Thunder by the Colorado, 6:30 each night. We're going to try to be live between 6 and 6:15 on beermoneypulling.tv. But Texas Truck and Tractor Pulling Association tried getting Cole to come on the show last night. You know how he's like, rah, 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 rah. But I know we got him on an Outlaw show once, I feel like.
We did. We got him on. He came on. Remember, he was in the shop. Remember?
Yeah, when I called him on Sunday, he was like, "You and Ron are always trying to get me on these damn shows." And it was funny. But I see two-wheel drive trucks. I see diesel. I know Dan Valance said he's going. They have a V8 kind of modified class. I see a semi pulling, two-wheelers. They have a super farm. They have a hot farm. They have the mod class. Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a show. So I think they had a pretty good crowd at this one. So
Yeah, we went down there with Full Pull TV 5 years ago.
Okay.
Did that event, and the rain kind of chased some people away on Friday night. It was really gray and kind of misting, but Saturday was really good. Yeah, it was good show. Good show. It's down there. It's way down there.
Yep. Well, when it's
yeah.
down by Houston, so
yeah, beermoneypulling.tv this coming weekend and next weekend.
Yep.
And that's a really cool event. And I know folks might be a little confused. We're talking about this on Outlaw Pulling TV.
Yeah, we have Kurt's permission. I asked for permission.
And this is the Outlaw Pulling TV crew that's doing these. So
yes, I just don't want to commingle. You know, I want to keep the outlaw stuff separate, and then like I said, the non-sanctioned stuff will be beer money. You know, and we plan on going to Diesels and Dark Corners in Georgia, going to Florida. I mean, we're gonna do the California pull for the Golden State Invitational all through the Outlaw platform, but it'll be on the different one because I don't want to confuse people on all of that stuff. So
sure, yeah,
it's important that I think we keep that separate, but not separate, if that makes sense. So
right, and those folks that know who the Sullivans are in Kentucky, that pull next weekend. The awesome pulling family. I mean, almost legendary now at this point. They put on this pull every year, the Hansel Sullivan Memorial Pull.
Yep.
And it's a really good. We did that one with Full Pull TV 5 years ago too. It was a really cool deal. It was cool for me to go there too, Jason, because I got to actually chat with some of the pullers that I watched pulling when I was growing up, when I was a kid, were there.
Yep.
Not just including the Sullivans, but there were other people there. That Randy Petro was there pulling his 2-wheel drives, and he used to pull 4-wheel drives back when I was a kid there in Southern Ohio. And that was the first time I ever got to chat with him. Was there at Sullivan Pull in 2018. Of course, he's passed now, but it's a cool event. A lot of guys come in there, and the Feises come. Todd and Terry Feist bring their tractors in there, and they actually sponsor that event. They're one of the sponsors, which is really cool.
I know. I know Papa Wayne's going to run the Kentuckian. Mm-hmm. Dave Richardson's bringing in the big 4-engine Unlimited mod. Chase Richardson from Full Pull Bets is going to be there with the Mini. So that's we're invited. We're going to be partying with them a little. I mean, we're going to be congregating with them, is what I meant to say, Ron, the professional way. But no,
having serious business meetings with those people.
With a bottle of Tito's. So it's going to be a good time.
So no, some updates on the schedule. On the schedule. Can you bring that schedule up? We'll go back to the light modifieds in a little bit.
You want the schedule like on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second.
And if you have any questions, go ahead and throw those questions out there. Jason and I know everything there is to know about pulling, so we'd be happy to.
We can make it up, that's for sure.
Those. Let's see, we've got Mike McCrory from Northeast Kansas watching. We've got Jan Mavois.
That's our French guy.
Pronounce that, our French gentleman from France. Caden, is that Joji? Mandago, Wisconsin. Pierce, Nebraska. Russ Dostal. The in-laws pulling team watching from Central Ohio.
They watch a lot of our shows. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So,
got Kentucky watching. Got Eastern Iowa. Got Colorado, Missouri. Tell us where you're watching from.
Shout out to Elite Reels. They just gave us a super sticker, Ron.
A super sticker?
It's something from YouTube. It's a good thing.
Nice.
Elite Reels, she does an awesome job out in California with their polling. Makes awesome videos. Check her out on Facebook. Just look up Elite Reels. YouTube.
Our buddy Fred Petch is watching.
Fred Petch. I've heard of him.
Fred Petch. He's kind of a legend.
Kind of a legend. I mean, he doesn't. We had so much fun with him in Colorado. He's like, "You guys, that's just a nice way of calling me old." I'm like, "Yes, Fred, you are exactly right." Oh, that was fun.
That was a fun weekend. I announced with Fred again that Sunday. We weren't done after Colorado. We went to the Nebraska State Fair, and announce that show there. Mel Nelson is tuning in. The Black Trio in Dannebrog, USA, Dannebrog, Nebraska. Robert Miner.
Let's see here. I need to switch.
What is good? Look at all these towns. Niobrara, Nebraska. Robert Miner, is that right?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to get the screen up.
You got to watch some of those pronunciations of those towns in Nebraska, you know.
They'll get you.
Like Norfolk, you know. Norfolk, Nebraska.
What's the hardest town name you've ever announced in, Ron?
The hardest what?
The hardest town city name. Like Leroy Schluter struggles with Weyauwega, Wisconsin. That's his hard one. What he says, like Spiegelbergs are from Weyauwega.
There's one that they always tell me I mispronounce. It's where the heck is it? As a matter of fact, it's the Black Trio there. One of them lives there. Dang it. I'll think of it in a minute. I'll think of it.
What website lists this year's membership dues, Todd? The Outlaw Polling. Is that on the website, Ron? Do you know?
No, I don't think it's on the website.
Email Ron at outlawpolling.com.
That is a Lori Bauer question. I would have to ask. Look at it. They know what it is. It's
Cairo, Egypt.
It's not Cairo. They keep telling me it's Cairo.
What?
Yeah.
What kind of hillbilly pronunciation is that? Is it spelled like? Well, okay, so Megan from the Super Muscle, the Ultimate Muscle, spells it Kacario.
See,
and then
she's heard me pronounce it. She's heard me mispronounce it. That's why Megan chimed in there. Thanks a lot, Megan.
Mel says this is Tyler typing also. You guys don't have two phones, Mel, or things tight now? You have 14 tractors, or what? Can't afford a second phone, or?
Hey, we've got Pennsylvania tuning in. Donald Hebenthal. Thanks for tuning in, Donald.
Hebenthal Pulling Team, Southwest PA.
Is it Cairo? Is it Cairo? Is it Cairo? What is it? There's certain things when I see them come up, I'm like, oh, shoot. Somebody's going to give me trouble for mispronouncing this. Now, I've got a lot of the names down. I mean, Nebraska is tough for names. You know, you've got your Frank Bull boys, your Jim Waddle, which none of that stuff is spelled the way you would think it would be. Are you still eating, Jason?
No, I'm reading a text message from a client about a pre-approval, so give me just 10 seconds here.
All right, gotcha. Cairo, Tori, Cairo. So not Cairo, Cairo. Can you remember that for the season, Jason, if you see that name and you're announcing?
Cairo. So
Megan Engelmeyer, the $2,500 Kaiser Wheels Super Farm Shootout at Thunder in the Valley. Top 5 come back for a pull-off, $2,500. Winner takes all. That's in addition to the prize money that's already being given out.
Megan, you better have a good excuse for not being on time for our show. Ron was an hour early for our meeting this morning.
That's right. I'm on top of it.
I thought freaking Van Beek was going to hit the floor when you said, "What? What's the big deal?" What's so funny? Oh, I love you guys.
And you know what? I was on a shuttle bus going from where the rental cars are to the airport in Columbus, and I'm like, I got to get on here. And I go to the back of the bus so I don't disturb anybody to have our meeting. Then you're like, dude, you still have an hour. I'm like,
I was driving down to my Janesville office, and I saw the text. So it's okay, Megan. We're just picking on you. You can take supper to your dad in the field. I'm just glad guys are in the field, guys and gals. Get those crops in so we can go pulling.
Yep, that planting done. Everybody, they're all in agreement here. It's consensus is it's Cairo.
Mike McCrory. So what's going to be in Hoyt, Kansas, home of who Jason said was the luckiest man alive?
Hoyt.
Is that on the Heartland schedule?
I don't think so.
Hoyt, Kansas.
Bring up the Heartland schedule, but I don't recall that being one.
I don't know. I don't recognize that. I don't have the Heartland schedule memorized.
All right. I don't know if we can make that bigger or not, but
I can, Ron, but I'll lose.
Well, right off the bat, Cherokee, Iowa. If we go to Cherokee.
Does that look better?
Yeah. Can we scroll over to the right? If you look at the schedule, there was a change. They took right there, stop. So it's not even changed on here yet, but they have dropped the light superstock ag class.
Okay.
They have added the 3.0 limited pro diesel pickups.
Okay, so we're going to put the 1 over here.
Yep.
Gotcha.
In Cherokee. Then if we go all the way towards the bottom.
Oh, Coima's in for $3,000.
Wait a minute, $3,000 from
Now it's 5,500. Coima's throwing in $3,000, and then he's going Schultz. So
delete.
Dude, when you have Adam Sandler money, that's like having a money tree. Let's be honest.
That's nothing.
Has anybody ever got big Adam Sandler faces, like the big heads, and held those when Coima pulls? If we don't do that at Rock Valley this year, Ron, we're letting the whole world down. We really are.
That would be cool. Somebody said Hoyt, they think it's an NK pull. That's probably right. I don't.
Yeah, Bill, I don't recognize that one.
Yeah.
But if you want that to be a Heartland event in the future, I can get you Greg Lassetto's number, or you can watch us live with Lassetto every Wednesday night at 7:00.
So the total is 3,000 for the Super Farm Shootout.
Yes,
the Rock Valley. That's cool. Winner take all. I love these shootouts and these pull-offs and these sweeps, man.
So for those of you that aren't like engulfed in pulling every day like Ron and I, what these shootouts are is, so we're going to pull the normal class for points, okay? So Ron's going to announce it like normal, and everybody's going to go out there, okay? And then after that, the top 5 are going to come back at the end of the night, and then they're going to pull for no points, just for cash, and it's a winner-take-all type of a scenario. I know for sure that's how it is with the 4 1s in Wayne, Nebraska.
Yep.
So even my dog's excited, Ron. He's like, "Wow, Dad, $3,000, for the Super Farm Shootout." And Rock.
Well, you know why it's so exciting though? It's a pull off. It's basically a pull off.
See, pull offs would be okay if they would run them at the end of the night. I've been saying that for years because pull offs are fun, but making them come back right away, I just hate that because stuff's warm.
The only downside to that is the track changes.
But it changes for everybody, Ron.
That would be your biggest complaint. Well, your first puller would be at a disadvantage. I think would be your biggest complaint in the pull for the shootout. So, yeah, I mean 6-1, half dozen the other. I mean you can't
let them flow. Let them flow. Farthest distance gets to pick where they get a pull, and the farthest distance gets to pick second spot. I mean we could really have some fun with this, Ron.
Yeah. You're onto something there, maybe.
I have all kinds of ideas, Stone. You just need to listen, buddy.
I have a lot of them too, bouncing around up there. Every once in a while, one falls in.
Morgan, we've talked about these kind of questions, Morgan. Now think about this, Morgan. If the rest of the night rains out and they can't get the shootout in, does it move the shootout to another date? Morgan, come on, buddy. Come on. Morgan. You can't. We're not going to bring him back for 5 hooks.
What if a Chinese weather balloon were to collapse and fall on the track?
Yeah. What if Morgan Schulte asked me a question like that again? Morgan, come on, buddy. I know I love Morgan. I'm picking on him. He picks on me. I can pick on him. So. He's
throwing a lot of hypotheticals in there.
He likes to do that. He is a king of hypothetical. And if you want to know anything, any year about anything, let Morgan Schulte. You're going to meet Morgan Schulte this summer. He's going to help us with some of the Outlawed TV stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He helps ECI film. We got his YouTube channel over 1,000 viewers one night on our show.
Nice.
So, yep.
All right, scroll down to the bottom there. You have control of that. I can't control
it. Kurt Van Beek says, good idea, Schultz. Look at that. From the boss, El Presidente. Yeah, say that in French, Ron Stone. See, El Presidente says, good idea, Mr. Schultz.
Well, the Schultz is German, so.
Oh, my bad. I know nothing.
So, scroll down to the bottom.
I'm at the bottom.
Where's Prohibition pulling team from? Is that
Kentucky. They're the ones build that 8 in 8.
What?
The light limited super stock, the Ford 8N sheet metal. So we had them on Let's Grow Pulling a couple Mondays ago.
Gotcha.
Sean and Shelby Knopp. How many light limited super stock hooks do we have this year, Ronald?
One. We
One,
got the
Humboldt.
schedule right in front of us. Yeah.
Humboldt, Iowa, and Unionville, Missouri.
Yeah.
Good deal. Where do you want me to be at on here, bud?
Right. You see Bedford there?
I do.
I think the schedule is correct on Bedford. Let's see. There should be 9 classes over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep.
What is this one over here on the?
Far right.
Yeah, that's not Mod Tractors, is it?
Four-wheel drives.
Okay. Yep.
To blow it up, Ron, I lose. You know what I mean, on the screen. Sorry. So.
Yep. So I'll look. Man, I really need my glasses.
I guess I could do this. We don't need to see our faces, and then just do.
Yeah.
You said Bedford.
Blow it up. Bedford, Iowa. It's late in the season. It's in September. But that's 9 hooks now. I know we had more on there before. They are having the semis there at Bedford.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and Brent's a big semi guy, so you scroll over. I'm sitting here trying to control it, and I can't control it. You have control. I'm trying to go from what I remember over here from the right. Is that the 4-wheel drive? Yeah. So there's yep, 4-wheel drive.
Yep, it's 4-wheel.
Third one over. Modified 4-wheel drive, pro stock and limited pro stock, light limited pro. Let's see, what is that one there?
Which one?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can zoom out a little bit. Which column?
Pro stock 4x4. Yeah.
When the schedule's so big it doesn't fit on the screen, it's a good thing, if you know what I'm saying. Yep, there's Pro 4x4 right here.
I know they did drop the Pro Farm, and they were going to run 2-wheel drives. They dropped the 2-wheel drive. It's the first time they've run the Outlaws there. You know, it's always been kind of an unsanctioned.
They got 3,500 Pro Farm.
Yep.
Diesel 2.6, Diesel 3.0. That makes sense down that neck of the woods.
Yes.
Pro 4x4s. That is the light limited pro column.
Yep. Limited pro
stocks, limited pro stocks, and then 4-wheel drive mods.
Yep. And the semis. Yep.
And the semis. So we have 9 hooks for the semis this year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. That's very awesome.
Yeah, I was talking to Brent there at Bedford just the other day, and he's kicking around the idea of he's a semi guy, so he's kicking around the idea of getting in that semi class.
Well, I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be awesome.
So yeah, we're excited about that. So in the coming weeks here, next week we're going to have Kim Bacardi from Titan Tire.
Okay.
She just messaged me just like 5 minutes before the show. She'd been in the air most of the day, flying. I think she said to Oregon, and her outbox had like 50 some unsent messages. So she sent me a message and apologized and said she would come on next Tuesday night. So that's why I wore my Young Guns hat. So you see it there, Jason, the Young Guns.
You see the logo? Hey, do you see the logo at the top right of the screen, Mr. Stone?
I'm a young gun, Jason. Just saying.
Yeah, you are. Mentally.
Young Guns. How many young, I'm talking younger than our Young Guns, would like to be like a junior Young Gun? I mean, how many thinks that's a good idea? I think it would be cool because when I was a kid, Jason, I know you ate up with it as much as I was when you were a kid.
Oh, totally.
When I remember TNT had, you could be a part of the world's fastest growing motorsport, and you could be like a member, but you were just kind of like you weren't a pulling or a competing member. You were a spectator member. They'd send you a sticker. You sent them like $19, $19.95 or something. They sent you a sticker and a hat and a rule book, and a patch.
That'd be cool.
That was the coolest thing, then. So, been kicking that around, doing that. Have some junior young guns. There's some junior outlaws here.
Yep.
In the Outlaw Nation. So
I like that a lot. Another thing I like I like kicking around ideas like this, and I don't know how this works for insurance. I got to ask you and Kurt, but I would love if there's a local garden tractor association. If they could bring in their little club, and they could bring in like one tractor, and let like 10 or 15 kids take the little stock garden tractor before the big pull started. I think like something like that would be super cool. I don't know if we could ever pull something like that off because. Insurance is real, you guys, and it's getting more and more serious every year, and not just for the Outlaws, across all of it. If something bad happens anywhere, it affects the whole thing, and that's why we got to be really careful with all that stuff. But I'd like to really see that. So,
yeah, I went to. It's been several years ago. There was a pumpkin patch in the fall, there before Halloween, and took my daughter there, and the place had a couple of garden tractors and a sled set up, and they were letting kids do that there. It was kind of neat.
No, they did that down in Florida when I was down there. They have a club tractor, and they have like a stock class like that, and the parents walk right alongside of them.
Yeah. So. Well, I don't know how many, garden tractor clubs there are up there, but if something like, that, if they could sanction it, and bring their insurance, that would be the thing. But
yep.
Where's Koima at? He hasn't said anything else here.
He's out raising sponsorship for that extra $3,000 that he committed to.
He just had to punch in for some more overtime, get that there. Russ Dossel said he can't wait to see Gage Ott's pretty new light modified tractor go down the track. I showed some pictures of that last week. So yeah, looking at that light modified, let's look at the different power plants in that class. All right. We'll start with the Hemi, single Hemi supercharger. Let's see, Chevy with twin turbos, twin LS motors with twin turbos, turbine, twin turbine, Allison aircraft engine. Let's see, this year we've got a 4.1 motor on a tractor coming out.
Yep.
We've got one coming out with a tank engine on it. What else is there?
Let's
see. There was one that had a single turbo big block Chevy on it.
Okay.
So that's 9 different.
You said the LSs, right? The one that Otts helped build.
What's that?
The twin LSs that did really good.
Yep.
Come on toward the end of the season, right?
I mentioned that. Yeah. That's 9 different engine combinations in that class, which is really cool. Kaylee Tuma says, "Hola.
¿Qué pasa, amigo?
¿Qué pasa?" So Kim McCarty coming on next week with Titan Tire. It will be one of our guests anyway. We may have another guest on there. On the following week, we'll have a special guest from new sponsor, Coltrane Energy.
That's going to be fun.
Some exciting stuff coming from those guys. I think there's going to be 2 or 3 of them come on.
Okay.
So we'll have fun with really cool this energy drink based in the state of Missouri. And we would have had him on sooner, honestly, but we wanted to kind of do the launch, right when at the same time, the same week as they were launching the product. He said they would have launched the product months ago, but they're trying to get the cans. It's been the aluminum cans for putting the product in the cans has been the one thing they haven't been able to get done. So
that's going to be so cool, though. I mean, the name of it just fits pulling so perfect.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And
are there any other big new mods Robert Miner wants to know being built? Do you know?
Well, I think I can talk about it now without making Fred and Kyle and Kaysen mad at me, because Kurt actually let the cat out of the bag. Kurt did it. I kept my end of the bargain. But yeah, there's going to be a twin turbine in that big mod class. We know that. That's the only one I know of that's different. I mean, Kurt, if you're watching, if there's something you know that I don't, let us know for that 7,400-pound mod class. Zook Fukerberg, if we get him to come to more pools, that's a really cool.
He usually gets on the show in about 15 minutes. He always comes on like the last 5 minutes of the show.
Last 5 minutes.
Yep.
We might
He's
see
a
him.
hard-working man.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're watching, Zook, are you coming to Columbus, Texas this weekend?
He shared our post earlier today. I know Corliss will be there. I saw he shared. Nelson's will probably be there.
Oh, yeah.
All those guys kind of run together. There should be a lot of two-wheelers.
Neves, Hammer Neves, and George Neves, and the boys will be there. Yeah. So any questions? Throw some questions out there. We want to answer some questions here tonight.
I think we scared Coinwell away because
where'd he go?
He hasn't commented since.
I did send him a message earlier. I haven't checked my phone.
And don't forget, so Wednesday nights we're doing Live with Lissetto, who runs the Heartland Division. I gotta start saying that right. I always say association, Heartland Division of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association, and their events are going to be live streamed this year as well at outlawpulling.tv. So we have been working on adding the events for this year to outlawpulling.tv as well. So head over there and check that out. And then we got to get that. Do we have a yearly subscription, Ron? How does it, or is it monthly, or what's the deal?
It's monthly. There used to be an annual option on there, and Rivet took that away. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
But they did take that away as an option. If you pay by the month, it automatically re-ups on the next month.
Okay.
So that's
I see that $39 a month, I think, kicking right down there. So
yeah, if you don't cancel it, it will automatically take it out again. So,
but my point is, for if let's say one event's anywhere between $20 and $25, probably, right? But for $39 a month, you can watch everything on that freaking channel.
Right.
Hundreds of polls. Back 18, 19, it's a great deal.
Yeah. So. You can go clear back, to 18 and 19 and watch the stuff that we did with Full Pull TV for the Outlaws is all on there from 18.
Yep.
So, for that month, if you just wanted to get a whole month and just gorge on Outlaw Pulling, you could do that for a whole month and watch it all,
Like a binge watch? Like a Netflix and chill, but have it be with outlawpulling.tv?
Outlaw binge.
Outlaw binge. We got to write down all these ideas, Stone.
I've got them all right there, buddy.
Yeah. I've hung out with that guy before, so.
Steel trap.
Yep. Oh, no. Yeah, and the trap doesn't let anything out either, so it's all good.
First thing, Coy must ask me, he said, "Your boss tell you that?" About them throwing in an extra 500. He said, "Yes, winner takes all, $3,000."
Is it per session or is it for the weekend?
No. I'll have to get those details on that. I'm guessing it's for
one of the days, like Saturday.
The weekend. I'm not sure. No.
Okay.
But I know there's $3,000 that's going to be given away in the Super Farm class. So if you're a Super Farm puller, it's a pretty big deal.
It's awesome for anybody. Extra $3,000. That's awesome.
Yeah, because somebody in that group of 5 already won the pull that night, and then they're gonna go for an extra $3,000 winner take all. So,
Robert, you can head over to outlawpulling.com and pull up the schedule, and I can tell you where the semi. I'll bring it up here as well. But guys, the schedule's online. Download the Outlaw app as well.
Yeah, I can go through them real quick. He's asking about where the limited pro semis, $20,000 semis are pulling.
There's 9 of them, Robert.
They're going to help us kick off the season in Monette, Missouri.
Monet,
Missouri. June 2nd and 3rd. Then they'll be in Rock Valley, Iowa, at Thunder in the Valley. 2 sessions, July 7th and 8th. Troy, Missouri, July 14th. July 28th will be in Wayne, Nebraska, at the Wayne County Fair. They'll be in Montgomery City, Missouri on July 21st, July 22nd in Platte City, Missouri. and they'll be in Bedford, Iowa. Is that 9? Did I say 9 there? I think I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw 9 earlier when we took a look at it.
Yeah. So that's a Limited Pro Semis. We're getting a lot of calls on that class. Andy Gerball says, promote the hell out of the Diesel Superstock Shootout. I'm going to bring up that flyer if I can here, Jason.
Yep, I got
got a new.
You gonna do a screen share?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do this.
No, I'm going to do a
overlay
slide. Oh, an overlay?
Yep.
Is that how you do it?
Yep.
You normally
Upload
do it?
Upload it to your computer. I don't know is the slide a new thing? I don't see the slide.
Oh, it's down here on present. That's usually how I brought up pictures.
Oh, cool. I've always been doing that wrong. Look at you teaching me stuff, Ron.
Well, I had to learn it on the fly. You know what I mean?
This is true.
I go from your computer, upload file.
Oh, it's pretty slick. I was always using overlay.
Let's see. There's my 2018 tax return. I don't want to put that up there.
You do. I mean, you can show your taxes, Mr. Trump.
Yeah, but that thing is set to only bring up PDF files right now. Why is it doing that?
They changed something.
Yeah,
that's how I was able, like to make these new formats. Like I've been seeing, like the video on the right and you and I on the left and stuff like that. But I always upload it, just use an overlay, or I bring it up on my other monitor and do a screen share. But present extra camera video file. That's kind of
cool. The overlay is over here on banners, or
it's below that. Yeah. Yeah. There's video clips, overlay. So the overlay, and it puts it right like here. Here's an overlay.
It's not even showing that for me.
You'd have to upload it.
No, I'm saying that where it says overlay, it's not even showing that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like under logo, you don't see overlay, and then like scroll down and see a plus to add overlay.
Banners, brand. Oh, I got to click the brand. Gotcha. Logo, overlay. There's that tractor. There's some stuff. Yeah, I uploaded this stuff last week.
Okay, cool.
All this, you see all this stuff? I mean, like, there's the new 4.1 motor tractor.
That's going to be so cool.
They were dynoing it last week. I was told they were shooting for 2,500 horsepower.
That's a good number for that class.
Mm-hmm. Of course, there's the new Gage Ott. Interesting story here. That's Gage's old chassis right there.
Okay.
There's his new chassis with the motor that used to be on that chassis.
So it's kind of like kissing cousins almost.
So, yeah, and if you look at Gage's new tractor, it looks just like Blake's, just a different color. We
got to get Andy that flyer, because when Andy says he's going to do something, he'll do it.
He'll do it.
We talked. Doug Meisinger talked about it last night on Let's Grow Pulling Live. We had him on for Pullers Championship promotion. He was talking about the shootout. So on Let's Grow Pulling last night. So
there you go.
Are you friends with Andy on Facebook, Ron?
I am.
Okay. I am. Sure. So what you do? You just go to Messenger and just shoot him that picture, huh? You want me to send you a video email, a presentation?
What do you say?
My name's Ron Stone. I speak French.
Did you notice on our meeting this morning, I put on there Ron Stone? I thought you'd get a kick.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Big Smoke Shootout, King of Cash, White Wright, Texas, June 20. What's that say? Is that right? Is there a misprint there? 23rd and
24th. July 7th
and 8th. It's the font they used. I couldn't hardly see it.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with my eyes. Brought to you by High Plains Performance.
AKA Doug Meisinger.
Doug Meisinger out in western Kansas. Blue Ribbon Transport at Waverly, Iowa. Buckman Farms and Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting out of Rock Valley, Iowa. Big Smoke Shootout. $5,000 up for grabs. Who's got the baddest diesel super stock in the land? Bring it to White Wright, Texas and Rock Valley, Iowa, and we'll find out.
I love it.
How about that? How was that for a pitch?
It's you have a beautiful voice.
Speaking of White Wright, Texas, there's some information on that poll, June 23rd and 24th. That's a huge pull. I like talking about all these June pulls because it's going to be here before you know it. Music for Jeopardy should be playing. You to Tech Wizards.
Coming from my singer, who can't even put a VCR tape in his VCR without Jeanette helping him. Honey, where's the rewind button? That's my dad. Remember the old beta tapes? One you record for like 30 minutes, one you can record for an hour.
Yeah.
When my mom and dad were still married, my dad yelled to my mom, "Which one's? You said one's bigger than the other one." And my dad was actually thought the size of it. I was like, Dad. I still laugh at my dad because like he loves to watch like pulling, live streaming it, Ron. But he can't figure it out ever. He'll be calling me, but yet he can jump on a freaking $1 million John Deere combine with 17 screens and tell you this and that and everything else, but he can't turn on the TV. Dad, they're smart TVs for a reason. So
who do we know is coming to this for sure?
Doug Meisinger.
I've heard the Blagraves might be coming. Doug, have you heard that?
I would think so.
Might grace us with their presence there. I think the ones in Texas. Why not?
I agree. Ron, I was thinking today, technology's great, right? But it truly is making us just dumb. I mean, we don't remember anything anymore. Like, remember how many phone numbers you used to have memorized? Honestly, think back to being a kid.
Exactly.
And then, like zip codes, addresses. I mean, there has to come a point. There has to come a point where, like, you know what? You need to still be able to know how to read. It's like I can't even talk anymore, Ron. And I've been drinking tea.
That's why it would be so devastating if one of our enemies dropped an EMP over top of us and killed all of our phones and all of our computers.
We'd be like, what?
You wouldn't be able to call your mom for crying out loud. You wouldn't know her phone number because it's in your
What's
phone.
An EMP?
Electromagnetic pulse.
Did you just tell the Chinese what to do with the next weather balloon, Ron?
No, they have them. So
they have them. Okay.
Yeah. It's an upper atmosphere nuclear bomb that kills everything.
Is it true that Doug Meisinger got knighted? Like over there in King after not losing a single poll last year. Isn't that true? Were him and Jeanette? I swear I saw that on Facebook. They're over in England and he got knighted.
No, I think because he missed the first hook of the year is what kept that from happening. So
with today's technology, I could make that picture happen. I'm gonna get a trim out a headshot of Meisinger with his little funny hat on.
Little hat on.
Yeah. So to do that, and I'm gonna have King Henry or whatever, King Charles.
He's referring to the Blagraves. Said they are planning to come. So the Blagraves will be at White Wright and Rock Valley. Very cool.
I think they're coming to the Polish Championship. I know they're going to draw numbers tonight for a couple of the classes. Yarn's going to go on and draw some of that. We're set 16 days away from that. I can't believe it. 17 days. These next Ron, it's on. Like now, like this weekend starts for God. You.
Yeah, my season usually starts in June. It's starting early May now. So
yeah. That's because you got hooked up with us. We're sorry. You do know we'd be dead without you, though. So
It was kind of my idea, though, to do those. I thought, well, we should. I mean,
well, it's kind of like maybe you could pick something a little closer than Texas, but whatever. We're gonna put some wheels on the motorhome right away.
So, Gerba, I will send you that graphic there. Marty Samus, can't wait 4 to 5 weeks to start.
Marty's Mr. Ravenna. Marty, you should be promoting the Ravenna tractor pull every single day. Like have it on your car.
Marty.
Yep, boom.
There it is. June 9th and 10th, Ravenna, Nebraska. Now, that's part of the Anavar Festival. I think the Anavar Festival, Marty, comes the week before or the week after. It's at Anavar Park. Everybody always asks, what is Anavar? Look at Ravenna backwards is what Anavar is. So, second pull of the season, Ravenna, Nebraska to Anavar Park, June 9th and 10th. And
that really is a staple in the Outlaw schedule. It really is. Ravenna, Ravenna. So.
And, of course, the first pull of the season right there, Monette Raceway.
It's Monet.
Oui.
Have you ever been there, Ronald?
I have. I announced there. I thought it was 2011. Jer chimed in last week and said it was 13 with Missouri State tractor pullers. We were down there on a Sunday. day pull on a Sunday. It was hot. Different owners at that time. I think it's actually on third owner since then. But these guys are really doing a lot of stuff, promoting a lot of stuff there.
Andrew has a two-wheel drive mod truck, if I remember correctly.
Yep, it's a Dodge Dakota body. Andrew Sprock. Andrew Sprock is a new daddy, I think, too. I saw on Facebook. Just had a young and add another one to the fam there. Now, Andrew, I get the Sprocks. There were some Sprocks that pulled with the Missouri State tractor pullers that pulled two-wheel drive. I think it's all the same family. That's not a real common name. Paul Sprock, I think.
Hey, Ron, the Grand Old Lady, is that what they call the track or something down there?
That's what they call the racetrack there, Monette Raceway, down in southwest Missouri. Grand Old Lady. Yep, I announced from that little booth, that announcer stand right there back in 13. Missouri
Hey,
State.
Ron, what do you think's one? I think the funnest classes for like competitors that pick on each other and have a good time and really razz it is our four-wheel drive mod class. Would you agree with that statement? Or is it just what they do on Facebook?
They have a lot of fun on Facebook, accusing Claypool of running nitrous,
Yep.
Eric, they don't give Joe a hard time. Happy birthday, Joe Claypool, by the way.
Ron?
Yep.
Are you a musician?
Did you say musician or magician?
Both.
I am both.
Okay, would you please sing happy birthday to Joe Claypool right now on live?
Really?
Hold on. Let me you want to tickle your tonsils a little bit or anything? Or?
I'll grab my guitar and sing it with the guitar. How about that?
Welcome everyone live. Joe Claypool live with the Rolling Stone.
Yep.
Thank God you have pants on. That would have been funny if you had your pink thong showing. Ah, shoot.
I just happen to have a guitar here.
Oh, weird.
All right, Joe Claypool. Can I get paid extra for this?
You get, yes, the check's in the mail.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joe Claypool.
Joe Claypool.
Happy birthday to you. Hope you get some tonight. Hope you get some tonight. Hope you get some cake and ice cream.
Yes.
Hope you get some tonight. Yeehaw!
Woo! Ron, that just made. I hope everybody watching just had a great day. So.
I was going to throw a verse in there about nitrous oxide, but you know what? I just thought I would leave it alone.
Oh, he's watching. I will get you back. Yes. Yes, that makes me so happy. Well, so Joe, would we consider Joe a legend?
I think he's close to that legendary status. And
like, what is the? We got to write this down, Ron. Like, we got
we need to categorize it. What defines an outlaw legend?
You know, like a young gun is clearly what do we say? 25 and younger, between 16 and 25, and you're an outlaw puller, right?
Yep. Once you turn 26, you're a regular. But
okay,
yeah, what defines a legend? You know, how many years did they have to be pulling? When did they have to start? And how much?
Yeah, so Mark Ulmer and Fred Petch say that's just an easy way to call them old guys, and we don't disagree. But I don't want to call Joe an old guy because he's got two 4-wheel drive trucks, or does he have 3 4-wheel drive trucks now?
They actually have 3. They have the original. They bought the original back. It went back east somewhere, and they got it back a few years ago. So. Yeah, they actually have 3 there. 2 of them have engines in them. I don't think the original Risky Business has a power plant in it right now.
So Morgan says 20 or more years with an association, you can be considered a legend.
Well, Joe would definitely be a legend with that criteria. I mean,
the boss is coming in. KVB. If you are over 65 or won at least 3 championships. I like the 3 championship thing because you can be like an OG like Tiger Woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you could be a legend and You could be somebody with a legendary status and still never have won a championship. Look how long it took Dale Earnhardt to win Daytona.
Charles Barkley never won a ring.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. I don't know.
My kid calls me old. I'm just 65. I love it, Joe. I love it.
So, but Joe's been pulling since, 80 what, Joe? 80, mid-80s?
Russ, that's what we're trying to figure out. We've just kind of made this legend thing up. No offense that we just do that.
Well, we've talked about doing a Legends series, a Legends.
Connor Metting could be a legend next year based on what I just
threw, Kurt. Yeah, I don't think we could. Well, not the 65 part, but
don't listen to me all the time. What?
What?
I'm not going to start that Van Beek thing with. If I don't want to be told no, I don't ask because I don't want. I want you to like me.
He's assuming we actually do. That's the problem. Is what it.
Yeah, we posted our Mackenzie posted part 1 of the Mark Ulmer Esden Lane interview from his birthday party on our YouTube, and we put on the Outlaw Facebook page as well, and in our Beer Money YouTube, and it's all good to go. So you guys go check that out. Mark Ulmer and Esden Lane. Joe Claypool says 1974 he started pulling.
Wow. Yeah, that would be Joe. You're a legend. You're a legend.
Gonna need some new Outlaw stickers. Where can I get some? Just finished painting the truck. The first pull, Andrew, come to the trailer and we'll hook you up.
Yep, his class is pulling at the. No, they're not.
Are the two wheelers at Monet?
No, they're not. They're not. I was thinking, I had 4-wheel drive on the brain, so nope.
How many points championships does Rick Barrett have? Would Rick Barrett be a legend? Is Rick over 65?
I think so.
So this is the megaphone that Ron's talking about. So I bought this. Stopped at an antique store on my way out to Menno, and I had all the people sign it for Ulmer's birthday. Happy birthday, Mark. See? Pretty cool, huh?
Very cool. Very cool.
I got Esden Lane's signature on here. All kinds of stuff. I mean, Jerry Setter gets his chest signed. I just got my megaphone signed. So Ronald Stone. Ron Stone.
Where is Jerry? Is he watching tonight?
He's sleeping. He's old. He's getting his sleep for the season. So
I want to throw all these graphics up for these different.
Let me cut the banner off on the bottom so we can see everything. There you go.
Different extras we have going on, the sweeps and the shootouts. This is the biggest one. This is a $25,000 sweep.
If anybody's watching, sorry, Ron. If anybody's watching, send me pictures of Joe Claypool pulling in the old days. Send them to me on Facebook Messenger, and I'll put them on the screen.
Absolutely. The early that 70s, those 70s pics.
I want to see some sexy Bee Gees hair and like a no shirt on, just Claypool running around in pants and boots and.
You remember when we had Bipolar on?
Yes.
Keith Hammonds.
Yeah, and they found that picture of him and his dad or him and his mom, right?
And we were talking about asked him his history, and he went back to his mom and dad. And boom, somebody sent you a picture of his mom and dad's truck from what, the 70s, early 70s or something.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I'm doing a Google search for him right now.
If you're going to some outlaw pulls this summer, these sweeps and these shootouts are going to be freaking awesome. This Holganics Midwest, big sponsor for us this year, Midsummer Sweep. These 5 classes, Pro Stock 4x4. The 4-1s, the 540 Light Pros, and then the Light Limited Pro, the 8500 466s. Starts in Troy, Missouri. It's basically about 2 weeks long. But these are all the pulls where they'll be getting points for this sweep. Troy, Missouri, Marthasville, Missouri, David City, Nebraska, Montgomery City, Missouri, Lee, Nebraska, Pawnee City, Nebraska, Platte City, Missouri, Britt, Iowa, Mercer, Missouri, Sac City, Pierce, Wayne, Nebraska, Corydon, Iowa, Humboldt, Iowa, Lamar's, Iowa, and Warrensburg, Missouri. That's the Holganics Midwest Summer Shootout, Summer Sweep. $25,000 up for grabs in that one.
That's legit, Ronald. It's legit.
And there's more to come. There's more to come. I'm still in talks with a couple more sponsors about a couple more sweeps and shootouts. So
I like these sweeps inside the series and stuff like that because not every puller can make every single pull. We know that. Sure. But hey, let's lure them in with some extra cash. You got to be at these 9 or 10 or 11 or 5, or just come to Rock Valley if you're a super farm. Take all of Koima's money. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So I love it.
Koima's going to have to get us that information on his the company there. That
they're actually having an emergency board meeting right now at the Rock Valley Country Club.
Really?
Yep. I just got a text message. They're going to go live on Facebook. Thunder in the Valley. Blanket Spore's leaving the field. He's jumping out of the 5488, and he's heading into town. So.
Is this legit? There's an emergency meeting?
Oh. No, I'm making it up. So.
I was like, what did I miss? I didn't get that. I didn't get the memo.
I'm sure you were copied in the email, Ron. So.
Okay. All the also the Super Farm Shootout, Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting is sponsoring that as well.
Awesome.
It's Kaiser Wheels, Extreme Performance Tire Cutting, and then Kurt Koiman's got to get me the information on his company. I can't remember what it's called. I don't want to say it. So, okay, Kim is definitely coming on next Tuesday.
Okay.
All right, and then we're also going to have Coltrane Energy, which for some reason his name escapes me at the moment. I think it's Logan. No. I'll have his name here in just a second. I have about 1 million. Yeah, I can't remember a phone number. I can't remember a name either.
It's all good.
Terrible. And then also, haven't decided because we may use the whole hour with them. We got 3 of them on.
Yep.
And they're doing some pretty cool things this year. So I didn't want to overshadow another sponsor, but the following week, I think we're going to have Aaron Doctor on with Pro Polar Tires.
Okay.
Him and I are talking about doing a little shootout.
Okay.
For Pro Stock.
Ooh.
Probably Pro Stock, maybe even Super Farm. So
I like
something like the Pro Polar Tire Pro Stock pull-off. How about that? Something like that.
I like it. Get a lot of P's in there. Pro Polar pull-off.
Yeah. Then announcers can try to say it real fast. Oh, we've got to do that tonight too.
I'm 2-0, by the way. So.
Yeah, I stumbled. I stumbled the last time, and I would have beat you.
So that's like a puller saying I had to hit the brake.
Yeah.
Zip it. You still lost.
Yeah.
Stone. You still lost.
Yeah, I know. So
Sarah, my wife thinks I'm being mean to you, Ron. She doesn't understand our friendship.
Yeah, he is. He's very mean. Very mean. Hurtful at times. Yeah, hurts my feelings. So look at that. That's
is that Vasky in the middle?
I think that's me.
That's not you.
Yeah, that's me.
What?
Yeah.
That's not you.
That is me.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is.
How long ago was that?
I think it was 18 or 19.
You look like 30 years younger there, Ronald.
What?
What? What? That's not you.
See how mean? I hear your wife laughing.
She laughs so she doesn't cry. Trust me, we have this talk every day. So she has a real laugh and a fake laugh, and my friends, they always call it out. So, yep.
30 years younger. Man, that hurts. Like 4 or 5 years ago.
Seriously, I'll be damned. Yeah, I'm just flipping through some pictures of my overlays here. Got the organics. Got our overlays. Yep. My dog's getting a haircut tomorrow, Ron. Big day at our house.
One too. Have you talked to Doug? I mean, he's wanting to pull like a team driver thing and just drive straight through to Texas.
He told me that you were willing. He wanted to get there Thursday night. So
I told him that I usually can't sleep if I don't trust the driver. I'm just a person. And he said, my license says professional in front of my name.
Ah.
I told him we'd see about that.
When I think I don't know. I talked to him. We have a weekly meeting. We met Monday. He said that they were going to probably roll out tomorrow morning and head your way. So
Yeah.
Alan Omer's been kind of quiet tonight. Where's he at? He's usually getting a little mouthy on here and doing some pictures. So
Yeah, I just want to go over those June polls real quick. We talked about Monette. We talked about Ravenna. We need to get Tim on here before Ravenna as well. Cherokee, Iowa. We talked about that a little bit tonight. They switched. The light super stock class went with the 3.0 diesel. 3,200 super field, pro stock 4x4, limited pro diesel pickups, and super farm. They're Cherokee. Cherokee's a pretty cool event. The bar is right across the street. You could literally, the bar has a little outside area where you could pretty much watch the pool from that area at the bar if you wanted to. But we went there a night early, and I actually played at the bar across the street. We had a couple of tractors on display. Mason Brink brought his tractor, and it was Mason Brink and darn it, I can't remember the tractor. It was it's another 8,500 Limit Pro.
Did Rui bring One Main Farmer there?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Brad Zek.
Yep, Brad Zek was there. They brought those tractors and put them on display at the bar across the street.
Do you see that, Ron?
What the heck is that?
So that's Sean Knopp. He's watching us in Kentucky right now, and he sent us a picture of us on TV. So,
wow,
man, I do have a face for radio, Ron. I mean, you have good looks. I don't like to give you a lot of compliments.
You just told me I look 30 years younger.
Well, I didn't say you're ugly, Ron. You're a beautiful, handsome old man with your gray hairs and stuff.
It's sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Then, of course, after Cherokee, the very next night, June 17th, is Arlington, Nebraska. Then White Wright, Texas, Thunder and the Lone Star. And that's the same weekend as Manila, Iowa, the June 24th. And then that's June, and then we go July, and man, it all breaks loose in July. We don't know if we're going to be coming or going. So.
Yep, it's all in.
So let's do the. Oh wow, we probably should look at these comments here. Have you been looking at them?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I have been. I've been keeping up.
Okay. How about Wayne Longnecker and Dennis Goodwin are legends? Yep, I would agree. Dennis's
wife just passed away in the last week. She was really sick, had Alzheimer's and stuff. So I know it was hard, but it was really hard on Matt and Dennis, but she didn't recognize anybody anymore. So shout out to Dennis. And that is Goodwin's a big name in pulling. So I got to interview him and Matt this past summer with one of our Behind the Helmets, Ron. I did one up in Hutchinson, Minnesota. So that was neat to see them. So, but definitely a few legends there. So
yeah, condolences to the Goodwin family. Hate to hear that. And I spoke a little bit last week about Sonny Martinez that passed away.
Yep. Shout out to Josh for getting that up on the Outlaw page. It's the Outlaw family's humongous, and I'm not friends with everybody on Facebook. It's hard to keep up with everything. So, what did we do, Ron? What did we do before social media? How did we keep up?
I think about that, and I think, how did they do pulls back in the 70s? Just all phone calls. You had to get somebody's number, and they had to work for it a lot harder, I think,
yeah,
to make it happen. But Joe Claypool started in 74.
Yep.
I was 3 years old.
I wasn't even born yet.
Just saying, Joe. Not
doesn't mean you're old, Joe. Just means you're sophisticated.
Yep, means you're sophisticated. You're a legend.
You're a legend. Oh shoot.
So let's do our competition here. What do you think?
So okay, let me pull. So I'm going to do the schedule that's on the website. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be the same. I mean, nothing has changed.
I mean, you're only about a second behind me, even when you stumble. So, I mean, I know I'm beatable is what I'm trying to say.
I'm right there.
Yep.
And I'm also trying to pronounce everything clearly, like an announcer should. right?
I know. Oh, I love you, Ron.
Joe says, keep rubbing it in.
I don't get mad. Hey, Joe, I'm going to tell you a little story. I have a friend who likes to bring it. So he said the same thing to me once, and I put a billboard up. That's all I'm going to say, a legit billboard. So we can do this, Joe. We can do this.
I think he was aiming that at me. I was the one that said,
no, but we have to work together.
Yeah, we're a team.
We're a team. As long as I can put Schultz Mortgage Team on that billboard, I'm going to do it. So
I got to get my reading glasses here. So
I got to get the stopwatch up. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Ron and I have a contest who can read the Outlaw schedule the most fastest. And it's a big schedule. There's a lot of names. And I have I have kept track. So the first week I went 33.57 seconds. Ronald went 34.68. The next week I went 35.01 and Ron was 38.33. So we've actually, I don't know if he's added it, but Roseboom was 51 seconds. And Brandon Holcomb was 40 seconds, but he cheated. Like he knew he got smoked and he decided to do that there. So
all right.
Let me get my stopwatch ready.
Are you going first?
As the person who is in the lead, I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, all right.
So, on your marks, just tell me, are you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
On your marks, get set, go.
Monet, Missouri, Ravenna, Nebraska, Cherokee, Iowa, Arlington, Nebraska, Whitewright, Texas, Manila, Iowa, Concord, Nebraska, Rock Valley, Iowa, Albion, Nebraska, Bloomfield, Iowa, Ottawa, Iowa, Norfolk, Nebraska, Troy, Missouri, Martinsville, Missouri, David City, Nebraska, Montgomery City, Missouri, Lee, Nebraska, Pawnee City, Nebraska, Platte City, Missouri, Britt, Iowa, Mercer, Missouri, Pierce, Nebraska, Sac City, Iowa, Wayne, Nebraska, Humboldt, Iowa, Corydon, Iowa, Lamars, Iowa, Warrensburg, Missouri, Scribner, Nebraska, Gibbon, Nebraska, Denon, Texas, Mobile, Iowa, Mound City, Kansas, Weeping Water, Nebraska, West Point, Nebraska, Palmer, Nebraska, Macon, Missouri, Iowa State Fair, Wisner, Nebraska, Madison, South Dakota, Nebraska State Fair, Unionville, Missouri, Berkeley, Missouri, Bedford, Iowa, Spencer, Iowa, Lufkin, Texas.
33.6. Woo! That's a new personal best for you, Ron.
Yeah. Now, I said Warrensburg, Missouri twice because that's the rain date on the schedule.
No, but we have to say what's on the schedule. We talked about this.
All right.
So
that's 46 events. Where if you throw that extra Warrensburg, Missouri, that's 47. But
and 33.6 seconds. So Ron, my best ever was 33.57, and you just came in at third. So that's your best, Ron.
My best.
I'm gonna stretch out a little bit here. All right, sneeze.
Get your drink.
Bless you. Do you have your stopwatch ready?
I do. Tell me when you're ready. Got the old vocal cords warmed up?
Yep.
What was my time again? 33 what?
33.6.
Okay. All right. Ready? Set? Go.
Monet, Missouri, Ravenna, Nebraska, Cherokee, Iowa, Arlington, Nebraska, Whitewright, Texas, Manila, Iowa, Concord, Nebraska, Rock Valley, Iowa, Albion, Nebraska, Bloomfield, Iowa, Ottawa, Iowa, Norfolk, Nebraska, Troy, Missouri, Martinsville, Missouri, David City, Nebraska, Montgomery City, Missouri, Lee, Nebraska, Pawnee City, Nebraska, Platte City, Missouri, Britt, Iowa, Mercer, Missouri, Pierce, Nebraska, Sac City, Iowa, Wayne, Nebraska, Humboldt, Iowa, Corydon, Iowa, Lamars, Iowa, Warrensburg, Missouri, Scribner, Nebraska, Gibbon, Nebraska, Dearborn, Texas, Mobile, Iowa, Mound City, Kansas, Weeping Water, Nebraska, West Point, Nebraska, Palmer, Nebraska, Macon, Missouri, Iowa State Fair, Wisner, Nebraska, Madison, South Dakota, Nebraska State Fair, Unionville, Missouri, Buckner, Missouri, Bedford, Iowa, Spencer, Iowa, Lufkin, Texas.
30.44.
Woo! Woo!
That's a record. That's your personal best.
That is a new personal best. Like you brought it tonight, Ron. You brought it tonight. See what I'm saying? So
off to auctioneer school we go, my friend.
I'd rather just do the tractor pulling thing if that's okay with you. So. But I guess we could do it if Kurt fires us. It's all good. So.
Hey, doesn't hurt to have another, yeah.
So I need to share a video with you. I did Ice Baby today, and in the car, and I want to. It's my jam.
Wait, are you sure about this?
So I want to share this with you. So I'm going to share this video with you all, and then this will be the end of our night. Ron, are you ready for this?
I'm not sure.
It's not bad. I was behaved. I promise.
All right.
Let me bring up my video.
Go
here.
for it.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a lead up, but it's kind of fun, Ron. It's kind of fun. So
for me because tapes we had cassette tapes. I'm
Yeah, I'll
47.
start over. I want to start at the beginning because I think you'll appreciate this, Ron, as a magician. So. Oops.
How do I say this? What's the first CD you ever bought? Or if you're older than me,
Ron, first CD you ever bought?
First CD?
Yeah.
Now you have to understand that. Yeah, I bought tapes. I had a lot of tapes because
I did too. Yep.
It was what, 88?
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s,
89 when CDs came out. Bon Jovi, New Jersey.
Oh yeah. Well, these are the random thoughts I get when I'm driving.
if you're younger than me, like what's the first? I don't remember. CDs was a big thing for me because tapes. We had cassette tapes. I'm 47, so I'm born in 75, 80s, 90s kid, right? And the first CD I ever bought was Vanilla Ice, and I just love that song. And when you're drinking and you think you know the words to every, you think you know the words, and your wife's always like, you don't know the words to every song. But Vanilla Ice is my jam. I think that I know probably, let's see, I think I know 90% of the words. So I'm going to attempt to sing it right now. I'm driving my car. I'm actually not driving my car. I'm riding in my car in case my wife sees this video. But I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm looking straight ahead. Anyway, all right, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll go to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance. You're feeling them moves. I'm filling your brain with a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Love it. Believe it. You better gain weight. You better get hit or the kids don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. He goes, ice, ice, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Now that the party is jumping, but the bass kicked in and the beggars are pumping. Quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them. You ain't quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped-up tempo. I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo, rolling in my 5.0, which I want to buy someday, with the rag top down so my hair can blow. Girlie's on standby, waiting. Did you say hi? Did you stop? No, I just drove by, kept on, pursuing to the next block. The block was dead, yo. It's like, shit. A1A, Beachfront Avenue. Girls were hot, wearing less than bikinis. Rockman lovers, driving Lamborghinis. Jealous, because I'm out getting mine. Shay with the gauge, a vanilla with the 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. The chumps act a fool because they act an 8-ball. Gunshots ranged out like a bell. I grabbed a 9, all I heard was shells falling on the concrete real fast. Jumped in my car, slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. Trying to get away, but Jack. Police on the scene, you know what I mean? They passed me up because they're running all the dolphins. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. I think that's it. Let me know how I did. Word to your mother.
You know what you should do is be really serious and video yourself reciting that like poetry.
No, I actually wrote that down.
And
like I want to do like, because you actually are musically talented, and I want to do some skits with you, and like I want to put like a hat on and smoke one of them long cigarettes, and like the philosopher. All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. And I just think that would be freaking hilarious. So
I was thinking a pipe. I was thinking a pipe.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get that. Joe Claypool, that was for you. Ron sang you happy birthday for your birthday. I sang you Ice Ice Baby. But from now on, this is a tradition. If it's your birthday and you're an Outlaw puller or a super fan or a young gun or anybody in part of the Outlaw Nation, you want Ron to sing happy birthday, you just watch our show, throw it out there. And you're very talented, Mr. Stone. Very talented.
Thank you. I actually started writing a song about pulling a few years ago. Maybe one night I'll play some of that on the show.
I want to warn all of you, if you become good friends with Ron, you think you're going to bed midnight, 1 o'clock, and then your phone rings. And he goes, what are you doing? And I'd say, I'm about to go to bed. And he says, I'll be right over. And then he'll bring like 18 people. And next thing you know, the sun's coming up. And it's a fun time.
True. This is not true at all.
Oh, your dad's still watching. He doesn't know. He thinks you're a good boy. That's right.
This is not true. This is
not true.
Well, Yeah.
I think we covered it all, Mr. Stone. Or did you got any text messages from anybody? Like, did Koima raise any more money in the last 5 minutes since I did?
He's went cold here. He's went cold. Just want to make sure I mention that the shootout, Super Farm Shootout, brought to you by Extreme Performance, Tire Cutting, and Kaiser Wheels. And then Kurt Koima's company's putting up $500 more. We'll find out, get some more information on that company. Is it Sioux Equipment? I'm not sure. Jan, our friend from France is still watching.
He doesn't have all the words done yet, Ron. So that's what you're saying. You don't have it like done, ready to perform.
Yeah. It might be a while. You know, I have a lot of unfinished songs. I have a whole book of it.
All the talented people do, Ron. All the talented.
It's easy to start one, but you become real critical towards the end of it, and it's hard to finish them. It's just really.
How do you write a song? You just sit down and just start writing lyrics, and then what? You'd have to put it to melody. That'd be freaking hard. I can't even put Legos together, Ron.
Sometimes it's just a hook. You come up with a hook. You know. Let me play just one verse for you. All right.
Okay.
We do this. We do this.
It's your show.
Now don't laugh. Don't laugh. You don't have to make me real big on the screen here. Red dirt and a 40-20 John Deere, big turbo 24/5s on the rear. There you go. That's one verse. That's good enough.
I like it. I like it.
I played that for Summers one night a couple years ago. He loved it.
Your dad. You can see where Ron gets his looks, talent. Even your dad loves you the way I love you, Ronald. So. Oh, I love it. Love it. Your dad's very sophisticated.
Yes.
That's the way of saying you're very old, Mr. Stone.
Yeah, he's got that white hair going on for sure.
It's sophisticated, Ron. It's sophisticated.
Yes. He'll be at Kentucky. You'll get to meet him in Kentucky at the Sullivan Pool.
Does he like Tito's?
No, not so much these days.
Okay.
He likes pulling.
That's all that matters. That's more important than the Tito's.
He's the one that got me hooked. So.
He really did.
His fault. It's all his fault.
His fault.
Well, let's wrap this marathon up, man. It's like an hour and a half, 90-minute show tonight.
Make sure I never lead off. Make sure I never lead off with Vanilla Ice. The viewership went way down during that.
Did it drop off?
Like in half. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're drinking."
We're gonna do the other version. You're gonna recite it like poetry. You're gonna be wearing like this big fuzzy sweater and have the beanie hat on,
like an '80s college like professor, like a cardigan.
In my 5.0.
Rolling in my 5.0. Put the rag top down so my hair can flow. The girlies. Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun, Stone. This is going to be fun. Thank you for watching Outlawed with Ron Stone. I'm your co-host, Jason Schultz. We're here every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. If you miss us live, you can watch us anytime back on Facebook, on the Outlaw Facebook page, YouTube, or head over to iTunes or Spotify. Search for Let's Grow Pulling. Look for Ron Stone. Bang. You can listen in your ears while you're at work, and people can wonder why you're enjoying your job. It's because you're listening to us. That's what makes life great.
Join us next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central. More news to come. We'll be talking to Kim McCarty from Titan Tire, and it's going to be another great show. Yep. You never know what you're going to get here. You never know what you're going to get.
Join us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, live with Lassetto, talking everything going on at the Heartland Division. Have a good night, everybody.
Night. Thanks for tuning in.